As you can see, one or two dark menacing clouds above, but for now it's dry and fairly sunny. Here's the grid. Fabio Scherer after yesterday's heroic starts 24th, Timo Glock 23rd, Tom Gallander and Luca Engstler 22nd and 21st. Luca has got a 5-place grid penalty. Nicola Bart 20th, Arjun Maini 19th. Then we've got Marco Wittmann and René Rast in the two BMWs alongside one another. Ricardo Feller, the great drive through to 6th yesterday, and Lucas Sauer, championship leader at the start of the weekend, back on 15th, his worst grid of the year. Gilles Magnus and Maro Engel up next. Maro's got a 5-place grid penalty, and then it's Nicky Thiem and Thierry Vermeulen on the 6th row of the grid. He qualified 5th, but a 5-place grid penalty puts Maurice Schuring with Jules Gunn on row 5 or row 4. Ben Dörr and Max Power with his best qualifying of the year so far. Likewise, Mirko Bortolotti starts 6th on the grid, his best of the year. 5th for Ben Green, 4th for Jordan Pepper, 3rd for yesterday's winner, Aitken GÜVEN. Are your front row drivers as they go towards the start-finish line. The lights go red and green, and we are off and running. It's a very good start for the Ferrari 296 of Jack Aitken. It's got the inside line for the right-hander coming up. Aitken GÜVEN is alongside his teammate Thomas Preining. The green Porsche trying to get through. Preining will have the inside line for the next corner if he can stay there. For now, it's going to be tight. GÜVEN is still going at him. Ben Green's made a good start from 6th. He's 5th. He's trying to be 4th at the moment as he gets up the inside of the Lamborghini of Jordan Pepper. Did a puncture. We get a replay of the start. Aitken, perfect start. Really good start for GÜVEN. Let's get team radio from Preining.
Oh, it's really nice that we have all the meetings before.
Copy, copy. Heads down, heads down. All good.
I'm impressed they made it around that first corner 4 abreast. Anyone ever told them you can't do 4 abreast around turn 1 at Sachsenring?
Well, didn't quite fit, did it? Because Gilles Magnus got properly clattered in the number 7 Aston Martin. There was Auer trying to get around the outside of Vermeulen. Maro Engel getting stuck in as well. The 5-place grid penalty. Look at that, 3 abreast. Audi, Mustang, Mercedes, somehow all fitting on the circuit. And then this rear-facing view will show that BMW of Wittmann, and then the Aston Martin of Magnus, and also Engstler getting in the Lamborghini all together. And Emil Frey racing there, as usual, on the edge of their seat, watching it all go on. 1 or 2 ran wide there, which kind of triggered it, didn't it? And yet the Magnus Aston Martin has already gone wide, so as he scrambles back onto the track, that is what happens. Left-hander coming up, so the Turkish driver will have the line, and that's a perfect start for him. Bearing in mind he's got all that weight on the car as well. Contact with Arjun Maini and Ricardo Feller. The Audi is sent wide, and a bad qualifying anyway, so that's going to put Ricardo towards the back of the field once he gets going again. But it's Aitken in the lead, GÜVEN in 2nd, Preining down to 3rd, and a terrific start for Ben Green there in 4th place. 5th place, Jordan Pepper, the driver, 2nd in the championship. And then it's Max Powell, best qualifying of the year so far, and then he moved up to 7th with grid penalties for others around him, including the orange and black Porsche that's just coming through your shot there with a 5-place grid penalty. From 5th down to 10th was Maurice Schuring, so he started 7th, and the Blue Power Motorsport Lamborghini has already made good progress, so he's up into the top 6. There's René Rast ahead of Lucas Auer. Auer in the Mercedes, Rast running wide. You're on board with him now. Thierry Vermeulen just ahead of the Ferrari as they come into the final corner.
Both the Ad Sportsline cars are pushing forwards as hard. There's a bit of debris flying up into the air, some from the car, some from the ground. We're looking at the back of the Ferrari, Thierry Vermeulen there alongside René Rast. So René Rast and Vermeulen running side by side. This is for 12th place. This is the view that Lucas Auer's got, and sailing past Thierry Vermeulen. He was the quickest in Sector 1 on the previous lap. He's the quickest in Sector 2 on this lap. The quickest in Sector 1 now, though, is Aitken GÜVEN. Keep an eye on him. Yesterday's winner in 2nd place, past Thomas Preining. So Aitken GÜVEN, very much man on a charge.
He might well, if the averages anything to go by, give a second away to them in the pit stops. Fabio Scherer is trying to find a way through that involves going way off the track to get up the inside now of Luca Engstler, and the Swiss driver goes through down the inside, and the Mustang gets ahead of the Lamborghini, so that puts him up to 17th place now behind his teammate.
So Marco Wittmann lining up Luca Engstler out along the pit straight. Also there, Timo Glock coming under pressure from Gilles Magnus. The 2 cars running side by side. Looks like a battle of horsepower into turn 1. Magnus with a nose in front, but under braking, Glock is able to hold on to that position.
Yeah, Timo with a decent 14th place finish yesterday. I mentioned qualifying. The team had the third quickest pit stop yesterday, Dörr Motorsport, with a 6.7 second pit stop, and that's the first time they've been in the top 3 in terms of fastest pit stops in a race. Top 3 quickest pit stops score points for the pit stop challengers. The BMW finds a gap just big enough for a BMW to get through, and Marco Wittmann gains a place then at the end of sector 2 to get through ahead of Luca Engstler. So Engstler struggling a bit here, and I wouldn't be surprised, Brian, if he's one of the first to come into the pits.
Yes, we don't know what tyres he's running, whether they're fairly old tyres or not, but the pit window's now open. You can see Tom Callender is back into the pits, this time for his mandatory stop, getting that out of the way, running in last place. So he's the only one to have blinked so far. Everybody's got a little under 14.5 minutes in which to come in, and Callender looks like he's actually out of the race. So retiring the number 84 car, looks like the weekend is over. Right, peeling off one of the AB Sports lines, Morris Schuring also peeling off, Maro Engel, also Arjun Maini coming in, and that's our leader, Jack Aitken into the pits as well for his stop, so he got it done nice and early.
Yeah, early pit stop. Bortolotti came in, Schuring, Engel, Maini, Feller, Engstler and Bart all in. Engstler was definitely struggling with some sort of issue. He lost the place to Feller. Looked like he was about to lose another place going down towards turn 12. So it's a sticky pit stop for Winwood.
And it's Aitken Kuhn, beg your pardon, who peels off into the pits. So the crew get to work, starting on the rear first. So the car on the jacks, the rears are all done. Then the front, that's looking very, very smooth, or was it? That front right maybe a bit slow. Ben Green in as well, so Emma Fry Racing. They've been rehearsing this into the night. The car's off the jacks. It rejoins out into the fast lane.
It wasn't mega, was it, for Guin? 8.3 seconds for Ben Green. Much better, 7.4 seconds. It's a really good stop by Emil Fry. Now Landgraf, fourth quickest at their pit stops this year. Rears, then fronts changed. Got Max Powell in as well, and Lucas Auer gets out just behind Nicky Tim. So I think Lucas is going to gain a few places here through that first pit stop phase. Marco Wittmann in as well. Thanks, Farina. Tom and his debut season in DTM, last year's youngest ever GT Masters champion. We saw an epic battle as Preining makes his pit stop. Warm tyres versus cold tyres. Nicky Tim, I'm afraid, has got a problem after an excellent race so far. And Jack Aitken goes around the outside of Preining.
Yeah, boxes left.
Good start to the race, just damage limitation. Then only the BMW's not that strong here. Look at this side by side between Jordan Pepper and Ben Green. Lamborghini at the inside of the Ferrari. Is he going to squeeze through? Green, we know, defends hard. He defended brilliantly yesterday a couple of times. Contact between them. Ben Green comes back, gets his elbows out and gets back ahead of Pepper. Now, is there going to be some damage to Pepper's car? It doesn't look right. Has he got a puncture? Pepper, second in the championship, I reckon has got a puncture here from that contact. Yeah. And he's got most of a lap to limp the car back. If it's not a puncture, it's suspension damage, but I think it's the rubber that's gone, and that was all from that contact with Ben. Doing okay then, Nicky Tim, yeah, out of the race and out of the garage in a moment, I'm afraid. Massively helps you in the race. Right, in comes Pepper, and he's going straight into the garage. So it just a puncture, is it? It's more damage. Oh, no, Bortolotti's off the road as well. What's happened to Mirko? Is that an off? Is it a problem with the car? Has there been some contacts? Either way, I'm afraid, suddenly it's gone very wrong for AB Motorsport. Another double retirement for them, just like they had at the Norrisring. Might be a good race for them. Oh, just straight on. Yeah. Straight on. No control over that whatsoever.
And look, cars
turning the wheel, nothing's happening, is it? The wheel's going straight on.
Oh, isn't that crazy? Both AB Sportsline cars almost within the same lap as each other. I mean, Nicky Tim was struggling, but both cars out of the race.
Our defending champion is going to be thinking, when am I going to catch a break in 2025? As the BMW of Marco Wittmann goes past, or back past Riccardo Feller. Riccardo then gets past Maini, so they're both now ahead of the Indian driver, and then you've got Luca Engstler trying to get back into the mix just behind as well. So Maini's struggling a bit, isn't he, since the pit stop? He's lost several places.
Look at this.
Look at this, yeah, Jack Aitken being reeled in by Thomas Preining. We've still got to wait for the pit stops from Timo Glock and Gilles Magnus, who are first and second in the race. 5.5 minutes for them to come and make their pit stops. They're doing something different, but really this is the battle for the lead, because these will be first and second once the pit stop window is complete, with another pit stop window to come. Thanks, Farina. Well, first up, fair play to Jordan for giving that interview, because he must be absolutely distraught. He's fighting for the championship, and his championship title hopes have just taken a huge blow. But also, you know, you can see the emotion, the frustration there. But as always, Jordan giving a very measured reply there, Brian. And drama on track as we're hearing from Martin. The top two have come together. Aitken and Preining at turn one. You very rarely, if ever, hear Jack getting frustrated like that. But you can understand the frustration when you are in a position to get good points, maybe a win, maybe a podium. You're going for the championship, you're leading the championship. Dörr leading for now, and Riccardo Fella off the road. Looks like he's had a moment, but gets the Land Motorsport Audi back on. That's down at turn one.
Because Maurice Scheuring's just come in 3 abreast into turn one. I don't think so, and that is why Riccardo Fella did.
Side of Max, who was on cold tyres, weren't they? Right, Eric's at it again. So he's a busy chap today, isn't he? They really work hard on the Sunday with these double pit stops, but with the points, isn't he? And the Aston Martin, Scheuring goes straight into the penalty box, and you've also got a red Ferrari all over a yellow Mercedes. They went through shot. Ben Green trying to get back ahead of Jules Gounon. He lost the position during the pit stop phase. Look at this, Scheuring comes out in a melee, and out wide goes the Ferrari of Thierry Vermeulen, who's, again, 3 don't fit into 1. He's on cold tyres, and Vermeulen took to the grass there as Rene Rast comes out on top in that battle with Lucas Auer. Now it's going to be Marco Wittmann to try and do the same with his tyres up to temperature in the green machine.
Oh, Maurice Scheuring's going to be frustrated. That was looking like a podium position. You can see the frustration as he moved to the inside of Thierry Vermeulen. Picking up the dirt, Marco Wittmann also in the mix as well in 7th place alongside Lucas Auer. So Wittmann very much finding the pace in the BMW, as is Rene Rast in 5th place.
And can he get a double victory? Can he become the first driver this season to win both races on a weekend? Maurice Scheuring at the inside now of Lucas Auer through turn 1 on the curbs. He goes in the Porsche, but the inside line for the left is going to be with Auer. Right-hander coming up. Scheuring squeezing through now to get the position, and back down to place goes Lucas Auer. So Aitken leads. Ben Dörr is an excellent second, looking for a maiden podium for him and for the team in their 2nd season of DTM after 2 excellent pit stops. Here's a replay of Scheuring and Vermeulen. So Vermeulen did get a clip there, which was why he went wide, and then on cold tyres on the dusty line and on the grass. That rather ruined his race. He's had a pretty torrid weekend, hasn't he, here at the Sachsenring, the Dutch driver. A circuit which suits those turbo-powered cars. Likewise, the Ferrari should be quick there as well. So Aitken leads by 2.5 seconds. Ben Dörr is in 2nd place, but he's only a second clear of Jules Gounon, who's also not out of the championship fight. But if there was one person ahead of you that you'd want to get a point away from, that's probably a bit more helpful if it's your teammate, isn't it?
Yes, I'm saying nothing about that. Right, less than 4.5 minutes plus 3 laps remaining.
And not giving up here. It's going to be pretty tight by the time we get to the final lap of the race, I reckon.
Yeah, don't be engraving any names on any trophies yet. 1, 2, 3 across the lines we come. So there's your race leader. 1st, 2nd, closing in. 3rd, Ben Green, not out of the question for him to get a podium out of this yet. 40 seconds plus the 3 laps remaining of this race here at the Sachsenring. But certainly Ben Dörr, man on a charge at the moment.
For Dörr, so it's a combination of a better lap from Gouven and a not quite so good lap from Dörr. Now, side by side, Jack Aitken and Riccardo Fella. Only one outcome here, isn't there? Aitken is going to get up the inside, and that puts him 16th. He's got 3 laps, including the one we're on. The whole of Turkey is going to erupt again. His dad Hackett is here for every single race, every single win. Flashing the headlights and celebrating already is Aitken Gouven. He's going to get his 2nd win of the season here at the Sachsenring. His 4th win of the season. His 2nd weekend win here at the Sachsenring.
We are back in the game. Good job.
Wow.
4 wins now this season for Aitken Gouven, 2 wins in a weekend, and he wins the race. Round 12 of the championship by just over 1.6 seconds from Ben Dörr. Jules Gounon completes the podium. 2 weekends to go then in DTM 2025, and if any of them can be anywhere near as dramatic as what we've had here at the Sachsenring over the last 2 days, then we're in for a proper treat. It is the championship that just keeps on giving, and we have no idea in which direction it is going to turn next.